This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a dietitian with a twist? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Gauri Junnarkar with Ayur Nutrition. Gauri, it's great to have you on today. Now, we are so excited to learn all about you and your very unique business. Start off by telling us a little bit more about your company.
Thank you so much, Sophia. And it is wonderful to be here and to talk a little about how I can help people to lead a happier and healthier life. So, what we do with Ayur Nutrition, it is an integration of Ayurveda with modern nutrition. So, Ayurveda focuses more on holistic health. And being a registered dietitian, I also talk about modern nutrition. I focus a lot on preventive care when it comes to, for example, how we can have a better lifestyle, how we can have better food, better choices of foods, how we can prevent chronic disease states as well. I also work a lot with people with diabetes. I'm a certified diabetes educator as well. I work with families with kids with autism as well. I also work with women and focus on women's health when it comes to hormonal balance, PCOS and things, thyroid health as well. So I help people to, as I said, leading a happier, healthier life by combining the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda with modern nutrition.
Wow, thank you for sharing that with us. Now, let's go deeper into your background for a second. You know, there's a wide range of services that you provide. You clearly have a heart for it. So what got you in this industry?
So what brought me to this industry? I had my background in Ayurveda. I was trained as an Ayurvedic physician in India before I came here. And when I came here, I wanted to do something that was closer to Ayurveda, and nutrition is what came up. So I said, you know what, let me focus on nutrition. I got my master's in nutrition, became a registered licensed dietitian, worked in the hospitals for a very long time. And that's when I thought, I need to now combine the Ayurveda with modern nutrition. And that's where Ayur Nutrition was born.
Now, combining those two aspects today, what is the most common misconception you get asked?
That's a wonderful question, Sophia. So the most common misconception people ask me is, especially again when it comes to Ayurveda, is it very difficult? A lot of the recommendations are difficult to follow. When it comes to nutrition, the most common I get is that, am I going to be restricted in a lot of the, food choices or diets? So a lot of times there's a lot of misconceptions. And what I say is a lot of times it begins with, like, when you're peeling the different layers of the onion, it begins with that. You're peeling different layers to help the patient, the client, to meet them where they are in their journey and slowly lead them to the health and wellness goals where they want to be eventually.
Wow. Now that we've gotten to know a little bit more about you, let's dive into the heart of your business. Now, we do know that marketing is the heart of every business, right? We all need it to keep our doors open. So who are some of those ideal clients that you would love to help, and how are you attracting them today?
So some of those clients that I can really help are those who are struggling with high blood sugars. They have a lot of variance with their blood sugars all the day. They have high A1C, or somebody who is really confused about, I need to make my lipid profile better, my cholesterol levels better. I want to have better levels with those. I want to be somebody who has better hormonal balance. Those are the ideal clients, I would say, that I work with a lot. But not just them, but also anybody who really wants to focus on having a happier, healthier life, and how I can help with Ayurveda and with nutrition, where we focus a lot on the gut health as well.
I love that. Now, do you work with a certain age range of women specifically?
So when it comes to women, all the way from 30 to all the way, I would say 80 years plus, because a lot of times, and depending upon what their needs are in different age groups. So that's where I help. So a lot of times, if it's 40 plus, it's a lot of times depending upon, if they're having any issues with hormonal balance, if it's close to 45 to 50 plus, if it's, pre-menopause or it's menopause. So a lot of times I help women in depending upon the age group they look in what age group I get them.
So, what methods are you using to attract these women today?
So a lot of times, I get a lot of referrals from different doctors. I work with different doctors, primary care physicians, endocrinologists, cardiologists as well. I accept insurance for nutrition counseling. So a lot of time the referral come in from the insurance providers as well. But besides that, a lot of times I do a lot of different workshops. I do a lot of different health fairs. That's one of the ways. And one of the biggest, I would say, ways to attract is being, word of mouth and, a lot of social media, especially LinkedIn and Instagram.
Have you ever thought of educating clients more with your own branded podcast before?
Yes, and in fact, I have a podcast where I have done a few episodes. Which focus more on healthcare professionals, and I've talked a lot more about, for example, diabetes, how we can prevent that, and we have cardiology and things as well. So I have a podcast which is called Wellness Bites with me with Gauri. Definitely check that out, where we have actually interviewed a few healthcare professionals as well.
Wow, I love that. Now, what one piece of information would you love to leave our audience with today, Gauri?
So I would love the audience to contact us with any of their healthcare needs, and we do have a free discovery call that they can actually utilize when they go to our website, which is www.inutrition.com, and they can use schedule that free discovery call to see how we can help them with their health and wellness needs.
Wow, and where can they go to find your business to learn more?
So again, go to our website, which is www.ayurnutrition.com, and we have all our different services and how you can contact us as well.
Well, Gauri, I really appreciate you being on the show today, and we wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you so much, Sophia. It was wonderful talking to you, and it was wonderful to be here and talk a little about how I can create that awareness with health and wellness.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com, or call 469-221-9345.